Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. It's Sunday night here, coming up on 9 o'clock Eastern time, and just want to give you just a couple of heads ups here, or heads up. uh, the situation, of course, with the coronavirus. One of the things that's happening is that the internet is actually being slowed down because of the fact that there's a lot of people on it. So. A few of you have messaged me letting me know that you're not getting notifications with regards to my YouTube channel, even though you may be subscribed to it. And I understand that. YouTube is not sending out notifications to subscribers right now. Also, you're not always able to find the live stream on my YouTube channel itself. And there are a few other issues regarding posts not getting out there. So I'm going to put up on Facebook at least when live streams are going to be done. Usually it's at 7 o'clock Eastern time with the Joe and Joe Weather Show on my YouTube channel. But look for a link. I'll put it up here on Facebook going forward. So this way you don't miss it if you don't get your notification. Okay, so let's quickly get through the weather tonight, as we do have some changes underway. And of course, we've got some pretty chilly temperatures out there. We're in the mid 30s to around 40, and in the Hudson Valley and points northward, we're in the low 30s and dropping. This is the cold air that's in the Northeast that is setting up for tomorrow. And we actually have winter storm warnings up for parts of the Catskills, for most of the Catskills actually, and also for the Berkshires. So this is kind of how it sets up here with respect to the warnings and advisories that are up at the moment. Just going to update the map really quick. And we've got winter storm warnings up for the Catskills, winter weather advisories up for most of northeastern Pennsylvania, and then on up into north central New York. Warnings up also for the Berkshires in Massachusetts, and we've got winter storm watches up for much of southern New Hampshire and on up into Maine. This is going to play out like a rather typical system in the early spring, where the interior areas in upstate New York and in New England wind up getting wet snow that is elevation driven and also extending down into northeast PA. For everybody else, tomorrow morning, from down to about from the Maryland border northeastward to southern New England, when the precipitation arrives, you may actually have some wet snow at the start. And maybe as you work your way well to the north and west of the coast, you're going to start running into perhaps a little bit of an accumulation out of this. You can see the clouds on the satellite running eastward. Clouds are beginning to increase. We are also starting to see the radar pick up just a little bit out to the west, starting to see precipitation moving into eastern Ohio and almost into western PA. So at this rate, figure precipitation arriving sometime, say, between 3 and 4 a.m. across south central and southeastern Pennsylvania, reaching to about Philadelphia or the Jersey Pennsylvania line roughly at about say 5 or 6 a.m., New York City at around 7 a.m. or so, and then into the Hudson Valley and on up into southern New England after about 8 or 9 o'clock. The spring snows like this, these systems, elevation driven. Usually, when snows fall in the daytime, they have a tough time accumulating, particularly if you're not getting any intensity out of it. And for everybody else, it's going to be a rain affair. So just a quick look here at the NAM model for overnight. You can see the precip starts to break out tomorrow morning. This is at 5 a.m. And then moving eastward, that little bit of snow there on the northern flank, not really overly impressive. And then the low moves off the New Jersey coast by about 5 in the afternoon. We start to see precipitation ending. It revs up a bit more as far as snow intensities up for central and northern New England, which is pretty much the same, been the story all winter long. That storm moves out. Weather conditions improve on Tuesday. And then we have another low moving eastward out of the Ohio Valley that's going to redevelop off the New Jersey coast. This time around, while it will be chilly, the high that's building in for Tuesday is not quite as cold as the one we have now. So this is mostly rain. except maybe for some some snow in elevated areas in upstate New York and into New England. Again, as we go into Wednesday night and Thursday, and there'll be another system that follows for Friday. So just a quick update here. We'll do our morning weather in 5, so that'll get you going on this Monday. At least the weather maybe just distracts you from everything that's going on. Would have been nice, actually, I think, if we could have had a nice snowfall to enjoy, just to take our mind off of things. So everyone, please stay safe. And by the way, just please, once again, uh, just a just I guess a word to the wise. There's so much information out there, and especially on the internet, and not all of it is reliable. Some of it is put on there just to be deceptive. So please be sure that you are getting your information from reliable uh, sources, and not from your sister's best friend's uncle whose sister-in-law works for the landscaper who knows somebody in the State Department. That's not credible. Okay, so just a little bit of a reminder, and just one day at a time. That's all that's all we can do. All right, have a great evening.